Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the weekly press conference with Long Beach State head coach Tyler Hildebrand. We will open it up with an opening statement from head coach Hildebrand, and then we will open it up to questions from the media.
Thanks, Lindy. Last week was a special week. I think we got exactly what we wanted out of the week, which was to go, play a team that we knew was going to be a big challenge, play in front of a big crowd, have a dress rehearsal for Hawaii, but also get to show our team, what it's like to have that support, to have that type of a program. Dimitri was able to come, Mark was able to come. We were able to find a way to get the most out of the trip, and we actually played really well. Some of the scores didn't look like it, but we, when we went over video, we were doing everything that we train, and we were playing with confidence. And Nebraska played, some really good points and kind of changed the momentum in the game. But I thought we got everything we wanted out of last week.
Questions?
Good afternoon, Tyler. Obviously, the result wasn't what you were looking for, but what was that feeling like being back in Lincoln, Nebraska? And what was the feeling like getting that ovation from the crowd, along with Callie, who got an ovation from the crowd?
Yeah, I answered the question a few times. It's coming, then it comes, and you feel a little emotion. It was really cool. My wife was watching the match and kind of videoed that part, and that's just what makes that place special, and that's why it's a really great place to go experience, whether you're the away team or the home team. Those people care about volleyball there, and that state cares about volleyball. So I think we're going to go back there next year again, and we're excited about that. And it meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to Callie just the whole time we were there. Coach Cook said in his press conference that match was about more than just volleyball, because there's relationships that have been built over years. Me and Callie did a lot of things with that program and those girls and that staff. And so sometimes it's a little bit bigger than just wins and losses. And I think that was good for their team to see. And that's what John's message was to them. And that's my message to the girls is it's going to be a little different. I'm not normally going to be hugging the other girls after the match, but we're going to have we have those same types of relationships here. And, that's how it should be. And so anyway, that was what made it special.
Is there anything specific that you can point out and share that you learned from this road trip playing such a top team in the country?
Well, what we learned is what I learned about our team and our staff learned about our team is we can play in a big moment and not get tentative, not kind of have a bunch of fear of failure. Doesn't mean we're always going to do that, but we proved that we could do that. And we proved that we stuck to what we were training. We didn't fall into either old habits or deviate from our system or our training. Again, I swear, if we played like we played 10 times, I think the outcome would have looked a lot different. But Nebraska had a lot of things go there. They made a lot of plays go their way, and that's what kind of created some stress. It was hard to kill the ball against them, even though we were doing good things.
Looking at this week, you're facing an LMU team which just swept UCLA. What's it going to take to beat LMU, considering you're playing on back-to-back nights at their place and then you're coming back here in the Pyramid?
Yeah, I think we have a great schedule, great preseason schedule. We've been tested a bunch. We've gotten to go to Nebraska, played Pac-12 teams, and I think a lot of people might look at this week as this is not the best week of the four. And to me, these are going to be two great matches. We have a lot of respect for their coaching staff. I know I don't know Kai that well, but I know Aaron and Brian really well. And you're going to see some similar stuff. You're going to see some progressive offense. And you're going to see a good brand of volleyball, and you're going to see two teams that know how to play the game, I think. And I think we're pretty evenly matched. So I've had this week on my calendar the whole off season thinking this is going to be a great test going into our conference. And I think we're going to have a pretty good crowd here this weekend on Saturday. We have a recruit in town, and I think this is going to be a great test before we get into conference.
To point out a player, Victoria OSullivan did hit 308 in the match against Nebraska. Anything you see from her progressing as this season has gone along? Maybe she's getting comfortable in the offense as well.
Yeah, we've had a number of our women get a little bit better, gain a little bit more confidence. I think you saw Natalie do that. I think we've seen Callie do that. And this week was Tori's week to do that. And so that was really good to see. We've seen Tori play really good in big matches over many years. And so I think that environment brought the juices out of her, and we knew she was going to play good. But it was a great week for her to build some confidence. So we got a couple more players to get there, but in general, it's been great to see people really build confidence as the weeks have gone on.
And then, Coach, what can you say about your team's defense and how it performed against Nebraska? And what are ways your team has tweaked things in practice defensively going into these matches against LMU?
We need to get a little bit better at floor defense. That's a focus of ours. We train it quite a bit, but that was a pretty big area of weakness for us against Nebraska, was our floor defense. Our blocking is a strength of ours. I think we've outblocked every opponent on the season. That's a pretty big feat to outblock Oregon and Nebraska, two teams that are pretty physical. So as far as the block and defense side, pretty happy where our block is. We got to get better. But floor defense, we need to be better at off speed. We need to be better at picking up some junk. We're okay on hard driven, but we need to get better at floor defense. Thus far, we're ready for LMU as a staff. We haven't introduced to the girls yet. We'll start introducing them tomorrow. We'll follow up on Thursday. Friday morning, we'll have another. So we'll have 3 kind of sessions to work on LMU. So at the moment, we're not tweaking our defense at all. But starting tomorrow, we'll have to get ready for their speed. They set quite a bit of speed. We're really fast, but they're probably just as fast as us. So we're gonna have to prepare for a team to have that type of speed.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.